Hello, all, very warm welcome. Today we are looking at another lead code question, which is number of one bits, and this is your first question in February week 2021. Now, what the question says is we need to write a function that takes an unassigned integer and returns the number of ones into it. So, what we need to understand is if I am given a value, say whatever the binary information that is, I need to return how many ones are there into it, right? uh, if you look at it, right, this is, if a very straightforward approach to it is convert that into a string, then look at each and every character of it, and if you find a one, then do a sum of it and then return, right? So what I mean by that is you can say a brute force or a very simplistic approach which you can come up with is convert it to string, then uh, find all ones in the string, right? This is one way, right? Now there's another approach, but the problem with this is, right, this is O of n, right? And that's where the interviewer may come back and ask how else can you optimize it, right? So before I talk about the second approach, let's first solve this approach, right? So what we are going to do is, right, we are going to create a string as we just discussed, right, which will do convert dot to string n comma 2. Now what does this does is it just ensures that whatever the binary digits are given, it stays that way and it's not converted to decimal of it. Now what I'm going to do is, right, I'm just going to create a counter, which is say this one, and I'll create the results, how many input. So what I'm going to do is while I is less than s dot length, right, and I'll say okay, if my si is double equal to 0, sorry, in this place 1, then your result plus plus is anyways my I plus plus. Once I'm done, I should return result, right? So I think this is very straightforward, and think you'll be able to understand what we are doing here. Let's run it and see what is happening. I got 3. Then let's submit it. It got accepted. Now now this will be, if you see, right, this will run through the length of the array, and in this case, right, what will happen if what convert dot to string will do is, if I have this number, this will just convert it to 1. It will truncate all the, you can say, prefix 0 whichever I'm having, right? But leaving that aside, right, it will mostly be the maximum of the length of the array, length of the input digit n, because it will keep on iterating that way, and if all of them are 1, it will be O of n, whatever the length of the string will be. But how can I optimize it, right? uh, I can optimize it by using bitwise operations. Now what I'm going to do, right, is say I'm given n is equal to, say this is the input which is given to us, right? This is the input which is given to us, right? This is the input which is given to us. Now this, if I look at it, right, this is a binary form of that is 11. So how that works is 2 into 1, if I look at vice versa, right? So this will be how can I explain that? Say this is p 1 into 2 ki power 0 plus 1 into 2 ki power 1 plus 0 into 2 ki power 0 into 2 ki power 1, sorry, 2 plus 1 into 2 ki power 3. Now what this will be? This will be your 1 plus 2 plus 8. This is your 11, right? This is your binary to decimal conversion. This will correspond to a number 11, right? So what I'll do is, right, I'll try to use AND operator on this. What I'll do is I'll do 11 and 10. Now what that will do, right? Let me write the code. I think was that it would be easier to walk through the uh, whole this thing. So I say my n is not equal to 0. That means I'll see until unless this value becomes equal to 0, and what I'll do is I'll do my n will reduce to n and n minus 1, and I'll do result plus plus, right? So I'll to understand, I'll walk you through what is happening, right? So what is happening here, right? Let me pen it down. Let's say this is my original value, this is my 1, whatever my n minus 1 will be, n comma n minus 1, right? So what will this do, right? If I'm doing n and n minus 1, this n here corresponds to the decimal value to it. So here in first case, my n will be 1011, and what my n minus 1 will be 10. What that value will be? That will be 0 0 1 1, right? Now if I do an AND operation on this, 1 and 0 becomes 0, 0 and 0 becomes 0, this becomes 1, this becomes 1. So my updated value of n will be 10, right? Updated value of 10 will be 10. Now if I do 10 and 9, right? That will be again 0 0 1 1, and this will be 0 1 1 0. Sorry, this will be 1 1 0. So when I'm saying this if I look at pattern comment, this is what I'm trying to say is 1 1 0 0. This becomes 0 1 1 1, right? Now if I look at it, this will become 0 0, and this will become 1, and this will become 0, right? Now what this value will be? 100 corresponds to number 8. Now I'll go again. My n is still greater than 0. I'll do 8 and 8 minus 1. So what that will be? So this is 1 0 0. So, and this will be 8 minus 1 is 7. So that will be 0 1 1. This will be again 0 0 and 0. It became 0, right? So in total I did 3 operations, right? 10 to 9, 9 to 8, and 8 to 0, right? So if I look at this, right, if I run this, see, initial value was 11 10. Then I did an AND operation that became 10 and 7. Then it became 8 and 7, and then it became 0. And in all these operations I did plus 1. So this is come up with the same solution. It's just that we'd used an AND operation with bitwise AND operation to resolve the problem. So I hope you have understood it. Means walk through it, try to understand how that works. Otherwise, the other approach, anyways, we have to kind of convert it to string and then resolve it. Now, what is the time complexity of this? If you look at it, right, it will never be O of 32 in the sense the number of bits that I'm going to have. So this will be O of O of 1 time complexity. So with this, I'll take your leave. We'll meet again. And in case you have any questions, doubts, please reach out in the comment sections. In case you like the solutions, like the both approaches we discussed, please go ahead, like and subscribe. And please click on the bell icon for any upcoming notifications. Thank you. Thanks a lot.